Welcome back, friends. Well, tonight I am taking all the extra of our prime rib roast last night, and I am going to make, I'm using store-bought buns, sandwich with it. I'm making the au jus out of the bones from underneath the roast. So I'm going to be cutting this in thin slices. I want to cut the pieces. We have some nice pieces left. Look at this. And then, of course, my dinner last night, I didn't eat it all, so I'll cut this all up. But we have quite a bit left. My son was able to eat it, and he was able to enjoy it, so that's a good thing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm hoping that this comes out good, because I didn't make an au jus with the meat yesterday. My husband used horseradish, and because I didn't have a bunch of the butter, I didn't make a au jus in the beginning, and because I did the roast different, I didn't have a lot of drippings at all. I had just a little bit of butter that melted that I had put on the roast, and I didn't want to make it out of that. So now I'm just boiling the bones that I have, and just a couple small pieces of the meat in beef broth. And I'm going to go from here, cut this up, and once this is all done, I'll put a little roux in it to thicken it up just a little bit as it's cooking. And we're going to go from there. So hang in there. This is a new recipe. I'll be back. Okay, and this is why you've got to be careful. I was on my last piece of meat. I'm like, God, please don't let me cut my finger. And I was cutting it. I was halfway through it, and that knife slipped up through the top. And I'm like, dang it. I know not to do that, and I still do it. So be very careful. So what I'm doing now, I brought that to a boil. But I added a tablespoon of flour to this so that I can cook that flour out. I'll show you. How about if I turn you down so that you can actually see? Hopefully my camera doesn't fall, it's kind of loose. I had put the bones in and a bunch of the fat too. See? If it had a lot of fat on it, because I wanted that fat because I didn't have that fat from last night. So I put this in a thing of beef stock, and then I added a tablespoon of flour because I don't want this thick. I want to be able to dip our sandwiches in this. So that actually looks pretty good. Okay, so let me see if I can get you down here. There's not a lot in there, but we don't need a lot. See? Now what I'm going to do, hold on a second. I'm going to take all my meat that I cut up, and I'm going to put it right in there, just to heat it up, because this is dinner. We want it heated up. I don't want all that because that's fat. So we're going to heat this meat up. Oh, and the au jus, let me show you. It's not thick, just a little bit. You know, it's still juice, and that's what we want. I am going to take these rolls, and I'm going to cut them. I'm going to wait on my son's because he doesn't get off till 6 o'clock. I'm going to cut them, put it in 375 oven with some butter on here, and heat them up. But before I do that, I'm gonna cut an onion up and saute it in the pan so that we have onions also to go with this, because onions and steak, come on, that's just phenomenal. So I'm gonna do those next. That's all I have to do, other than I thought, what can we have with this? So I'm gonna put some French fries in my air fryer. You can dip the fries in this too if you want. There should be plenty enough au jus because you're not slapping that on the sandwich, you're just gonna have a side of the juice, so that's plenty enough. And look, that meat and the crust of that meat is actually darkening this up a little bit. Let me show you. Hoping I don't drop my phone. See? Turn that light on. It's darkening up the au jus, and you don't have to add salt or pepper because it's au jus. You know, I didn't add any. What is on top of that meat is gonna just add even more flavor to it. So that's where we're at right now, and I will be back. So I have the onions sauteing. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Au Jus sauce and just, now that they're starting to caramelize, and just stick it in with those onions to give it a little bit more flavor. And if I need to add more, I'll add a little bit more. It's just a little high. I have my Ninja heating up over there with some French fries in it. This is the easy meal, you know, after a full day of cooking. I get a break sometimes too, right? Yeah, right. I was out shopping, taking care of my craft table. And then went to lunch with my sister today, and my niece, and oh, this smells good. I'm gonna put a little bit more. And then I had to go shopping and get some stuff that I was out of. I used most of my milk this morning for my yogurt, which I'm making another video that'll be tomorrow because that won't be done until tomorrow. But it's really quick, so. Okay, let me put these on low because these look amazing. I love onions. Look at these. Don't those look good? And it smells wonderful in here. And I just tasted the meat. Had to see if it was okay, right? Yummy. You know, sometimes after cooking all that yesterday, sometimes the leftovers are even better the next day than the actual meal. And last night's meal was amazing. I mean, it was really good. Now that I think about it, I could have probably warmed up biscuit and had that with this tonight, but not really because it's a sandwich. Alright, I'm going to take these onions off here because those are perfect. I don't want them to cook anymore. And I will be back and show you the final product. Alright, here we go. Let's turn you here. I just took those out of the oven and make my husband's. Let's put some onions, and let's put you down so you can actually see what I'm doing. Hopefully that doesn't, just going to put a few onions on each one. I don't want to overpower it, right? I guess I can do this. Are you seeing this? Word. Oops, I forgot the onions. Put it on the other side. This looks amazing. Look at those. Let's put some onions on this one. Okay. So those are done. The onions on this one's on the bottom. Okay. So we've got those. Had to warm this back up. Let's get him some au jus. Those French fries should just about be done here. It's like a soup, I'm telling you. I want enough of that so we can au jus that tastes wonderful. second. 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, friends, and here you have it. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Let me try one of the French fries. Those are good. That was hot. I'm going to give them some ketchup because that doesn't taste good in there. So I'm going to put this on a plate for him. I'll get mine ready. I'll be right back. Okay, friends. And here we go. I put ketchup on my plate. On my plate, I have au jus. I have my meat and my sandwich cut in half. I'm going to dip and try it. See? That is amazing. That is so good. Ketchup. Friends, that literally took no time at all. And I was thinking about putting cheese on it, but sometimes, and I love cheese, don't get me wrong, I love cheese. You know what made that? I buttered the bread and stuck it in the oven at 350 and just let melt the butter and get the bread a little crispy, and that just did it. Seriously, you can do this with a roast. You can do it with prime rib roast. You could do this with any beef. You could probably do it with pork too, but I'm not huge on pork. And I don't think it would taste as good as this. That is amazing, my friends. The au jus came out good. All I did was use one of the beef stock because, like I said, I didn't have it. And then threw all the fat, a couple pieces, small pieces that were attached to the fat of the meat in there, and then the bones. And just let that boil. 1 tablespoon of flour. I did not want my au jus thick. If you wanted to, I guess you could, but then it's gravy, right? That's all I did. It was so easy, and it's so good. I mean, and the French fries, I love crispy French fries. Anyway, that was my quick, easy meal for tonight. And I'm tired from yesterday and then running around today. So I am off. Tomorrow, I'll post my, it's at 6:41, my yogurt that I did this morning. And it'll be done about 7 o'clock tonight. I'll throw it in the fridge. Tomorrow morning, I'll take it out, do a video, show you what I do with it then. And then it's putting it in the jars, which is easy enough. All right, friends, thanks. I'm so glad you guys come here. It just warms my heart. Honest to God, it warms my heart that I have so many people coming and watching my videos. Family, friends, strangers. If you like, hit the like, subscribe, and I hope we stay friends forever. Anyway, have a good night and a blessed week. I'll see you soon. Bye.